President. My adjournment matter is for the Minister for Mental Health, and the action I seek is for a response to the final report of the inquiry into the Drugs, Poisons and Controlled Substances Amendment, Regulation of Personal Adult Use of Cannabis Bill 2023 before the deadline. The final report was tabled on the 18th of March 2025, giving the Victorian Government until the 18th of September 2025 to respond, a date that is fast approaching. We secured this inquiry late last year in response to the Victorian Government's commitment to ongoing discussions with us, experts and the community on regulating cannabis. Our bill to regulate cannabis would allow adult personal possession of small quantities of cannabis and adults to grow up to 6 plants of cannabis at home. It would also allow consumption of cannabis not in a public place and for the gifting of small quantities of cannabis. The committee conducting this inquiry spoke with stakeholders and listened to expert advice to understand best practice for regulating cannabis in Victoria. They also reviewed the ACT's positive experience decriminalising cannabis across health, legal and social indicators. The final report made several recommendations. First and foremost, it recommended that the Victorian Government draw on the experience of the ACT in successfully decriminalising the cultivation and possession of small quantities of cannabis and consider adopting an approach in line with our bill. The report also found that cannabis use should be treated as a health issue instead of a criminal one. These findings echo the sentiments of the Victorian Government. That is, and I quote, health-led policies towards drug use yield positive social and economic outcomes, and that law enforcement alone does not address the issue. Once and for all, we must stop the criminalisation of cannabis consumers. We need to reduce harm, reduce stigma, and reduce costs. The government now has in their hands an expert-reviewed model for regulating cannabis in Victoria, overwhelming public support, and a brilliant case study of the success in the ACT. There has never been a better time for change. If not now, then when? Given the government's recent working from home announcement that may or may not be constitutional, maybe we can get that same ambition with cannabis, tax it and go for a full legalised market. So I ask, will the Minister respond to the final report of the inquiry into the Drugs, Poisons and Controlled Substances Amendment, Regulation of Personal Adult Use of Cannabis Bill 2023 before the 18th of September 2025 deadline? Thank you.